A triad of Sony alpha cameras has been added to the Sony FC lineup: the A6100, A6400, and A6600. All three cameras are extraordinary mirrorless cameras, feature-rich, and deliver excellent image quality. If you've already decided the Sony A6600 is out of your reach and are trying to decide between the Sony A6100 and the Sony A6400, it's a tough choice. They are similar and come at almost the same price point. But don't despair. There are a few small, yet significant differences between these two immensely popular mirrorless cameras. Let's take a look at what they have in common and, more importantly, what sets them apart. Sony A6100 vs A6400. Key differences. Shockingly similar or not, there are a few key differences between the two. To begin with, the Sony A6100 is more of an entry-level model, while the Sony A6400 comfortably sits in the mid-range model arena. Let's start off with the physical differences. 1. Camera body. Perhaps the most noticeable difference between these two Sony cameras right of the box is in the camera body. Both cameras have pretty much the same dimensions, a tilting LCD screen, and the same layout, but they are made of different materials. The Sony A6100 is made primarily of polycarbonate, has no weather sealing, and is just a hair lighter than the A6400. The Sony A6400 has a more durable magnesium alloy body, basic weather sealing, and weighs in at 403. It's unlikely that you'll notice this savang, but for some folks, this might be a significant difference. Depending on the lens you use with the A6100 or A6400, you may also want to consider an additional hand grip Sony accessory, which will help a lot if you tend to attach heavier zooms to your camera. 2. Shutter life. The shutter life of a camera pretty much determines how many shots your camera is good for. Sony rates the mechanical shutter life of the A6100 at 100,000 clicks. The Sony A6400, on the other hand, is rated for twice that, at 200,000 shutter cycles. Of course, this shutter rating isn't a guarantee that you'll get to that photo count before needing shutter maintenance, but it does give an overall estimate. 3. Electronic viewfinder resolution. Physically, the viewfinder is the same on both cameras, featuring a 0.39-inch OLED panel, 0.7x magnification, and a 23mm point. When it comes to resolution, though, the EVF of the Sony A6100 is just 1,440,000 dots, a bit low in a market where the industry standard is usually 2.4 million dots. In contrast, the Sony A6400 has a higher resolution EVF of 2,359,296 dots, much more than norm. Given that neither camera has an optical viewfinder, the higher resolution of the A6400 may be pretty significant, especially if you're fond of manual focus. That's pretty much it for physical differences. Now let's look at what the two cameras have under the hood. 4. Processor. The Sony A6400 has a slightly faster processor than the Sony A6100. This gives it a deeper buffer, more extended ISO capacity, and phase detection autofocus while shooting video. It also gives it a slightly shorter battery life. 5. Video quality. Both cameras can shoot a wide range of video sizes and frame rates, and both can shoot high-quality 4K video at 24 or 30 or 1080p video at up to 120p. However, only the A6400 can shoot with the S-Log and HLG hybrid log gamma profiles, a flat profile that is typically used by professional filmmakers who expect to tone and color grade the video in post-processing. These are some of the main differences between these two models. Thanks for watching. If you're having trouble deciding on a camera, or have any questions that I haven't addressed above, just let me know in the comments section below, and I'll answer as soon as I get a chance.